God needs you to wake up. We need to realize that we have so much potential and God has given us a purpose in this life. But so many people don't get to fulfill their purpose because they're wasting their times. They're wasting their time on the wrong thing. They're wasting their time on things that they think are going to give them instant gratification, which they do in the moment. But then after, you feel empty. After, you feel like there's nothing left to it. I remember when it was junior year, the fall of junior year, I had started taking dual credit classes at school. And it was basically like these classes where I would go to a community college and I would take classes there, but they would count for college credits and high school credits. And I went into these classes thinking that I was on top of the world because I had some success academically my freshman and sophomore years taking regular high school classes. But now I was entering something new and I had a lot of confidence. But boy, was that confidence shattered. I remember taking specifically biology 1406. And I remember going into that class thinking I already knew everything. Whenever I was in the lecture, all I would do was be on my phone. I wouldn't even take notes. I wasn't listening to what he was saying. And when the first test came, we got a 50. We got a 50 out of 100. I had never gotten a grade that low on a test. And that's when it hit me that I actually needed to put in effort in order to succeed in this class. But I was so stupid in the moment that I didn't. I kept on following the same route that I was already in. Next lecture after the exam, I did the same thing. I didn't take notes. I didn't do anything productive. And when push came to shove, around like a month before the semester was over, I had two options: withdraw from the class or fail the class. That's it. Because there was no way I was going to pass the class with the grade that I had. So I decided to withdraw. So when I withdrew, I had a lot more free time and I started to reflect on what went wrong. And I started to realize that I thought I knew everything. I thought I had all the answers when in reality I didn't know a single thing. Fast forward to the fall of my senior year, I took the class again. But this time my mentality was much different. I realized that I didn't know everything and that I actually needed to put in effort so that I could get the results that I wanted to achieve. And that's what I did. I started taking notes. I started actually paying attention in that class. And when it was all said and done, we got an A in the class. So praise God for that. And this example might not be very significant, but it's the lesson that I learned that I want to share with y'all. Sometimes God has to use our failures to wake us up, to get us into the right mentality, because we don't know it all. And we have to wake up and accept that. We have to wake up and accept that we don't know everything and that we need God. We need to ask for knowledge. We need to ask for wisdom. We need to ask for these things because He's the only one who can actually provide that to us. There's an example in the Bible which my friend actually shared with me and I loved it. And it was in 1 Kings, or basically, I don't know if you pronounce it like this, but Jeroboam, he created gold calves so that others would worship them. And this was literally idolatry, The people started to worship these golden calves and he was leading them down a dark path. They were worshiping false gods. And a prophet literally came and warned Jeroboam of his actions, but he was too arrogant to listen to him. And for that reason, the people of the kingdom were destroyed. Whatever it is that you've been called to do, whatever your God-given purpose is, we have to realize that we do not know all the answers. We cannot get arrogant and we cannot think that we know it all, because that is when God is going to humble us. We have to wake up and realize that we need Him in order to succeed. We need God in order to get to where we want to go. So many people have tried to succeed and all they've seen is failure. And if they do succeed, they feel empty, because God is the only one who can give us true fulfillment and true success. So we have to lean on God more and more every day. He's going to help us through the storm. And He's going to help us through our experiences. And not everything is going to be rainbows and sunshine. There's going to be times where it's going to get difficult and God is going to be testing you. But whenever times get difficult, we have a choice to make. We can either use it as an opportunity to give ourselves pity and to feel bad for ourselves, or we can use it as an opportunity to learn from our mistakes and to ask, what is God trying to teach me in the moment? Because God is going to teach you constantly, whether you know it or not. And whenever we actually reflect on what God is trying to teach us, that's whenever we actually start to grow in our spiritual life, in our psychological life, physical, social, nutritional, whatever it may be. Whenever you accept the fact that God knows everything and that all we need to do is ask for the answers and obey His commandments and His word, we're going to succeed in whatever we do. So please, wake up. Do not waste your potential. Do not waste another day, because tomorrow is not given. Thank y'all for watching. I pray that y'all have a blessed day, blessed night whenever you're seeing this. Again, thank you for watching, and tune in for the next one.